Hi, this is William with another video for Play-agricola.com. Playing EIK France deck WM and G4G5 with ManTheFence, Bigfoot, and cancershot. Let's get this laid out a little bit. Okay, so let's take a look at this first starting pile. Whole bunch of crap. Well, not crap, but nothing that really excites me as a first pick occupation. The best card might be Cabbage Lover, might be Crop Rotator, might be Brushwood Collector. To be honest, it really depends on the game. Burger Flipper enables some interesting things. I think Brushwood Collector has the best possibility to combo with other stuff. Like if I get Axe or whatever, I can go for a ton of rooms. And a ton of rooms is usually a pretty reliable way to get a lot of points. So I'll take Brushwood Collector. Could take Cabbage, or I could take Crop Rotator, hoping for Cabbage Lover back. I don't know. Probably I get Wood Gatherers back. But if I got Quarryman or Burger Flipper, I'd be okay with those as well. Yeah, my settings are right. Okay. Best card might be Stonecutter. Could be Puppeteer, could be Seasonal Worker, could be Overachiever. Actually, no, Stonecutter is probably better. The only question is, do I take Overachiever or not? I really like Overachiever. I think it's quite a strong card, especially with Brushwood Collector. If I'm going to do 5 family growth actions, giving me 5 major improvements or 3 major improvements and 3 resources is good. Puppeteer can be quite good. Seasonal Worker, again, it's all situational, to be honest. I think I will take Stonecutter. If I get anything that makes me build rooms easier, Stonecutter will make it 1 stone less, and then instead of paying reed, I can pay wood with Brushwood Collector. So I think that's why I'm going to take Stonecutter. I think it's just, yeah. I could take Overachiever. That's the other thing I'm considering. But yeah, I'm going to take Stonecutter. Yeah, okay. Interesting. Farm School Graduate's great. Field Doctor's interesting, especially with some combos. Master Renovator's interesting. I think the best card here is Workaholic. Farm School Graduate could be very good as well, especially since I'm not that thrilled with my occupations. If I'm not that thrilled with my occupations, I have no need to rush them out really early. I think Sailboat Constructor is really good, but I think Workaholic is better. Workaholic also combos quite nicely with Livestock Expert. So it's very likely that this Livestock Expert will come back to me. So yeah, I'm going to take Workaholic. Workaholic's a great card. Alright, Resource Gatherer. So there was the Renovator in my last pile. So if I thought that was going to come back, then Resource Gatherer could be quite good. Alternatively, Smuggler lets me get grain, turn wood into grain, which is all right. Horseman, I can do fence stables so that I get my animals for Workaholic. That would be okay. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to take Woodcarver here. Just because since I can pay wood, I can save a wood on my wood with my wood carver. Just a little bit of little extra combo there. So no matter what kind of rooms I'm building, wood carver will save me one wood per. And then also for fencing. Um, yeah, I think wood carver is the best card here. Yeah, too bad I won't see this pile again because I think resource gatherer could be really interesting card for me. But I haven't seen any other reasons to go to a stone house, so maybe not. Okay, here I think I take wood gatherers. So basically my idea is play brushwood collector, play wood carver, play wood gatherers, and then I'll build rooms for 5 wood each, and then get 2 wood back at the end of the round with wood gatherers. So essentially my rooms will cost me 3 wood, which is very good. And wood gatherers will end up being like an 8 wood action because I'll build 3 rooms and then fence once. So yeah, wood gatherers should be equivalent to an 8 wood action. Wood carver will be 5 or 6 wood, and then workaholic will give me at least 5 wood, and then hopefully it'll give me some clay and stone. The best use for workaholic, in my opinion, is likely, well, it's really nice if you can use it, get a big house, and then get a really nice farm with lots of animals and crops and stuff, and then you can use the workaholic clay and stone to renovate. So if I could get 5 rooms and then get the 4 clay and renovate to clay, and get the 3 stone and renovate to stone, I think that would be really strong. But normally the timing doesn't work out that way. So even if I use the 4 clay from workaholic to count as pottery points, or to build a cooking hearth or something, that would be okay. Beastmaster and Pasteurization Expert are both very intriguing cards with my Workaholic, because they both give me Beastmaster says you want to take animals a lot. Pasteurization Expert sort of says the same thing. Beastmaster says you want to accumulate animals, which Workaholic wants to as well. Clay Worker is good, but it comes out too early. Puppeteer is very good, but I think it will be too unreliable. I want to probably hoard occupation early on. Only do 2 things: take occupation, take wood. Take occupation, take wood. Take occupation, take wood. That'll be my early game, so that I just focus on getting that first room up. So I think I'm going to take Pasteurization Expert. So minors, that would be good for me. Sunday school would be really good because of the synergy of doing stuff like taking starting player and then having brushwood collector and wood carver come out at the same time, or brushwood collector and wood gatherers. Field doctor, I think I'm gonna go for 5 rooms, so I'm not gonna take field doctor. Master renovator. This is the other way I could go. Is I could renovate to a stone house very early, then I wouldn't be building so many wood rooms, and I could theoretically build stone rooms. Like I could take the 3 stone from Workaholic and use it to build a room. I think the more reliable play, though, is just to build wood rooms like I was planning. So I'm going to take Haberdasher. I think Haberdasher is actually quite a strong card, except that I don't really have a reason. Normally, I would love to take this, but I don't think I want to do any plowing early, and usually with Haberdasher, you want to do early plowing. Okay, well, this is quite good. Animal pen's basically exactly what I wanted. Stone cart also would be really good for me, but yeah, I'm gonna take animal pen. And so my early game will consist of playing occupations, taking wood until I got 4, and then I play animal pen, and that'll give me a ton of food. And yeah, so things that I want at this from this point on, I would like a plow. If stone cart could come back, that would be really good. Yeah. Yeah, really good start for me. The thing about Haberdasher is instead of going on starting player and playing a miner, you can you can sow bake and play a miner, or you can sow and play a miner. And there are some strategies in which you want to do a lot of early sowing, but I won't want to. I will want to do maybe 1 sow or 2 sows at the end of the game, but yeah. None of my cards have anything to do with early sowing or whatever. So for first pick brushwood collector, pretty happy with how things turned out. So it looks like my plan is, like I said, I'm gonna go to 5 rooms. Okay, farm school is fantastic, and I actually almost am considering. I could do. The thing is, if I didn't have animal pen, I would do farm school, because farm school is great, especially with my haberdasher. Plow 2 fields, get a grain with haberdasher, and then take 1 more grain and start getting ox without actions. But instead, well, bookshelf's way better. So actually, I shouldn't even say that. Pretty much no matter what, I'm taking bookshelf here. It's a fantastic card. Pastureland is good, greenhouse is good, cow chips is good, farm school is good. Bookshelf is one of the best miners in the game. So, things to consider. Would I do starting player if for no reason other than to play bookshelf, so that I could then play at occupation and then animal pen? I could do that. It would really upset the people going after me, or it would really upset cancershot, and would help out ManTheFence a lot, because that would be 2 starting player actions in a row. I don't know. We'll see. It's too early to say, I guess. We'll see how things go. Public forest actually with wood carver is intriguing, but nah, I think I'm gonna take mansion here. Yeah, I was already planning on going to 5 rooms. Am I likely to be able to do this as well? Maybe not, but it'll be worth a try. If I could round 14 family growth play mansion, that would be pretty cool. With stonecutter, I will have more stone available to me, so getting the 8 stone becomes 6 stone with stonecutter, and then yeah, 6 stone is definitely doable. And even if I get a major pottery, that's only 7 stone, which is 3 stone grabs. So yeah, definitely doable. Flat Hill is very interesting, actually. If I could make Flat Hill work, that would be really cool. But I think it's going to come too late. Is part of the problem is with Flat Hill, yeah, is that unless you really are going early plowing, it comes just too late. Like if I could use combo haberdasher with Flat Hill, that would be awesome. but I'm not going to get 4 goods until too late in the game. So, yeah, I'm passing other cards that are good and cards that are interesting, but I mean, Animal Pen is too good, Bookshelf too good, Mansion is generally good. Sometimes, it doesn't work out properly. Actually, great thing about Workaholic, it'll give me the resources I need for Mansion, so that's awesome. Okay, now I'm only going to see this pile once, and this is a difficult choice actually, because Flower Pots is one of the best mine, well, is also a very fantastic miner. Gives you basically 3 points, or it gives you a point in an action for the cost of the clay, which is awesome. I think what I'm going to do instead is take Trees for the Citizen, because with Wood Carver, I already have 1, 2, 3 miners. This will be my 4th miner, which with a wood cost. If I get Joinery, that'll be 5. So I only need to take 1 more miner with a printed wood cost, which there are definitely more of. So, or maybe even I get the well. If I get the well, I'm probably not playing with Mansion. I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, Trees for the Citizen. It's gonna be a really good high point card for me. Like, Whistle's good. Flower Pots is great. Seal would be okay for me. Even Backdoor would be interesting for me. But no, those other cards are going to be just too good. Okay, now this is an interesting choice here. Dragonfly Pond. If I get Occupation round 1, I can play Dragonfly Pond, guarantee myself another occupation. Nail Basket is great. Stone Cart will also be great for me. All of these cards will be good. I think I'm going to take... Huntsman's Rifle would actually be free with Stonecutter and Woodcarver. Huh. That's intriguing, because then maybe I would ignore a Cooking Hearth altogether and just try to eat more. I think I probably will need a hearth anyways. So as interesting as Huntsman's Rifle is, even though it could be free, I think Stone Card is going to be better. I think Stone Card is going to be a really key card for me. It's going to give me a ton of stone so that I can go to 5 rooms, play Mansion, and still get maybe a major improvement. Yeah, Nail Basket would be really good too. Huh. Yeah, I think Stone Card is the pick. Alright, here, taking Pasture Land. Pasture Land combos incredibly well with Pasteurization Expert. What I might do, which would be really cool, is load up on Family Growth with room in round. If I play this in round 11 and nobody else is going to Family Growth with room anymore, what I could do is load up Pasture Land with the boar, sheep, and cattle, and then with my last action of the game, I go on Family Growth. I get the 3 animals. I get the Workaholic goods because I've just gotten all my Pasteurization Expert animals as well. That will get me the resources I need in order to play Mansion. Oh, this is very interesting, very intriguing. Greenhouse is good, very good card. It's got a wood cost too, which if I got a 6 card with a wood cost, 6 miner with a wood cost, that would be really good. Corn Scoop is fine, although I have Haberdasher already. Yeah, Greenhouse is really quite good. I think Pasture Land is just going to be... It's going to enable me to do some things which are going to be awesome. Now here, I think I probably take Supply Exchange. Home Garden is not that strong. Yeah. Apple Garden actually is very likely going to be 2 points, because I probably am going to ignore crops altogether. I think Supply Exchange is my card in case I get 4th in round 1. Apple Garden would cover me for that too. Okay, yeah, I'll take Apple Garden. And then I'm gonna be able to ignore vegetables. And yeah. Because I'm probably only gonna plow twice. Plow the minimum number of times. Maybe even not plow at all. Build 5 rooms or 6 rooms and fence 15 on a big square. Yeah, I might do that. Okay, let's take a look. So, yeah. Getting to occupation a ton early will be important, and then also getting a 3 food grab off of fishing or traveling players will be important too. Fortunately, I know puppeteers out there, so that usually means that it's pretty easy to get 4 food off traveling players. So, because people avoid it. Alright, I start second, which is awesome. That's an excellent start. So there are 2 unprinted cards that I drafted. Haberdasher. Haberdasher says that instead of baking bread, you can play a miner. And so whenever you go on sow, it becomes sow play miner. Not going to play that first. I'll play woodcarver first. And then the other undone miner is Pastureland, and Pastureland says it's like Absinthe but with animals, and it doesn't give you a point. So at the start of the next 3 rounds, you put an animal on a space, and then whoever uses that space gets the animal. One time I think I used it with sheep, boar, and cattle. Well, that's what it gives. Anyways, let's get into this game. Start paying attention. Clay Worker for ManTheFence. Clay Worker is a fine card. Nothing too crazy there. So I will take wood. I hope that wood's available. Otherwise, I will starting player. Actually, 2 clay. If he passes me 2 clay, I guess I pretty much have to take 2 clay. Nope, doesn't. Good. That's a smart play on his part. With sheep coming in round 1, 2 clay is definitely better than 2 wood because it very likely guarantees you the first fireplace. We didn't see anything in the draft that allowed for the eating or storage of animals, so the first fireplace means you get 4 sheep or 5 sheep, which is a ton of food this early in the game. So yeah, I think cancershot's kind of new, but so far so good for him. Although he might have screwed up the draft. So maybe he has made a mistake already. Alright, there's the dragonfly pond. That's kind of a pain about passing it. Fortunately, reedstone food and 2 reed are usually quite good actions early on in the game. So there's still a very good chance that I get to do an occupation. Yeah, there's reedstone food. And then hopefully Bigfoot takes 2 reed. Might play an occupation. We'll see. And then my play would be Auk and then Stone Cart. And then next round it would be another Auk and then Bookshelf and then another Auk and then Animal Pen. So I would annoy the other people in the game quite a bit with that play. But they would understand why once Animal Pen came out. And also the fact that there are 3 quite good miners. Yeah, all my miners are quite good. So if I family growth with room round 11, I play Pastureland then, and then I put the 3 animals on family growth, and then round 14 I family growth. Yeah, that would be actually quite a good combo, I think. And it also would take all the pressure off of me for growing, so I could just focus on getting the stuff I need to reno. We'll see. We shall see. There's Unicycle. So Dragonfly Pond, just a very simple card, point and 2 food. You can only play it with 1 occupation. Unicycle Driver is a Franstech miner that allows for... what do I play here? I guess I play Stonecutter. Actually, no, I probably play towards my wood my wood stuff already. Yeah. Stonecutter and Workaholic I don't need out early. They can come out in the mid game. Yeah, Unicycle Driver. I think Unicycle Driver is undervalued, although the cost of it is pretty significant. If you can link, you know, get one or even just one or two really good roads, that can be awesome. Like you link Patron's one of the best cards in the game. Well, you can link Occupation and Day Labor, and that basically is the equivalent to Patron. Although it came at the cost of more work, and it can be blocked, but it can then you can combo with Day Labor actions. So, you know. All right, Bigfoot took starting player, so I will probably major minor stone cart unless cancershot. Actually, there's a pretty good chance that cancershot plays fireplace here. Yeah, fireplace would be fine for him. So if he does play fireplace, what do? I could day labor. I could take 2 wood. Oh, he took 2 wood. Okay, that's cool. So I will play stone cart. So I save a wood with my guy, my wood carver. And gets 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 stone, which is fantastic. 6 stone is enough for me to renovate to a stone house. Now, any stone that I take for the rest of the game is stone that I can use towards a major or minor improvement. Or I can ignore it all game and have enough to do all the stone stuff that I need to. Testing. Okay, looks good. No dropped frames, which is awesome. Place road between Sheephawk and Day Labor. So he did exactly what I called out about the patron play. My turn. You played Cocotte. Oh, cool. Good for him. So now he's going to be able to go to Day Labor and play Fireplace. Now, I don't think he's going to be able to rely on that. It's very likely that someone will take 4 clay and then build Fireplace before him. So I think it's not going to work for him this round, but it's still worth trying. Here, I definitely play another occupation. Here I will play Brushwood Collector, because now I can starting player bookshelf with my second action, and then I would play bookshelf and then go on occupation and then take food with my second action. So I am really rushing this Animal Pen out, but it's worth it because Animal Pen's one of the best cards in the game. So I guess a couple things we could talk about. I've talked about this before, but there's there are a couple new versions of Agricola coming out. I'm going to do a video highlighting some of the changes that are going to come. Basically, they're no longer going to include, like, the way it is now is if you buy Agricola, there's the family version comes in the main box, but in order to sell a family version for cheaper, they're basically doing like there's like an easy version, and then there's going to be the family version, and then there's going to be a simple version with like a smaller subset of cards, and then there's going to be the full game. And the idea is to try and do basically make it less intimidating to get into, because as it is right now, like the box is pretty expensive, and the box is pretty expensive, and it comes with a whole bunch of cards, and a lot of people don't even really use all of them. Um, um, yeah, so they're trying to make it so that they're trying to make it so that it's not there's not as much of a barrier to get into the game. Okay, so I have a couple options here. If I could take 4 food with my first action, that would be fine. Um, what are the odds that 4 food comes back? ManTheFence doesn't need food. Bigfoot doesn't need food. Cancershot has a 4 sheep action. Okay, I think it's pretty likely that food comes back. So do I play Stonecutter? Do I play Workaholic? I think I play Stonecutter here. Workaholic doesn't need to come out. I'm probably not going to take any animals for a while. So I play Stonecutter, and I get net 2 food. And if someone has not already predicted I imagine Bigfoot will know that I have Animal Pen here. He'll see that pretty obviously. I think with the way that I'm going all in on wood. But that's okay. My rooms are going to cost me 5 wood each, and I'm going to get 2 wood back at the end of the round, so they basically will cost me 3 wood. So that's pretty cool. So there's Bigfoot going on fish, so be interested to see what Cancershot does here. See if he takes sheep or traveling players. Might even read stone food first action to get another reed and stone for a road. We'll see. Yeah, so I was talking about the new version of Agricola. There's a letter from you on the Play-agricola.com forums, which is play-agricola.com/forums. There's a letter there where he basically details what the plans are. They want to be able to reduce the cost for new people and make it easier to get into, because it is quite there are a lot of rules and stuff, and so not everybody loves having to read for a whole bunch of time before ever doing their first playthrough. Okay, I have a couple. I can't play an occupation, and that won't give me enough food. I take simple. Take traveling players. Okay, so I was talking about it's a bit of a barrier. So what they're gonna do is they're gonna make it so that it's kind of a ramp up. So the family version is gonna go into a really smaller, cheaper box. Excuse me, and then and that won't have miners or anything. It won't have like the current pasture system and everything. It'll have pasture tiles, which will cost 2 wood, 3 wood, whatever. And to make the scoring simpler, everything's just going to be worth a point. One animal's worth a point. One pasture is worth a point. A room in your house is worth a point. So they're going to do that just to make it easier to get into. Oh, farm school graduate. Of course, that's why I got so many Oh, here's public forest, by the way. It's like private forest, except the inverse. So it's two wood that gives food instead of two food that gives wood. Farm School Graduate's a fantastic card, by the way. That makes sense. That's why he took fishing, of course, so that he has more than enough food. Yeah, so they're making the game just easier to get into. And then there's going to be like 3 tiers. The lowest tier is like the family version, no minors, no ox. Very simplified scoring. Second tier, I think it has a simplified scoring as well, but it does have minors and minor improvements in occupations, and but it's going to have a very limited set of those. So it'll be kind of like the EIK deck, except fewer. I think only 1 deck's worth, or less than a deck's worth, just to make it, just to make the publishing costs really cheap, so that they can offer it like for a lot cheaper than it is now, basically. There's Overachiever. Overachiever is awesome. Okay. I think what I do here is I take 4 wood, and then my second action will be... Now, if I take 4... Is 4 wood enough for me to then play animal... Yeah, that's the thing. Okay, so I was thinking I take 4 wood and then play animal pen. Problem is, 4 wood is not enough. I need more than 4 wood to build a room. But 4 wood is still a good action. Okay, I'll take 4 wood. Then if my second action is... Then my second action will be starting player animal pen, most likely. Yeah, so then there's going to be the second tier, which has the minors and ox, but won't have the full range of them. And then they're releasing like the full version, but not the full version, but the complete... It'll almost be like the deluxe edition or the complete edition or collectors, in that it'll be the full game that we know, but they're adding a game mode where you can play with up to 6 people. So that's brand new. Doesn't exist as of right now. Yeah, so it'll allow for up to 6 people, and then that will come with almost all the cards that have been published already. So it's going to come with like over 1,000 cards, or like 900 cards or something like that. There's going to be like 6 or 7 decks, and I think each deck has like 150 cards in it. So yeah, there's going to be over 1,000 improvements and occupations and etc. That come with that version. So I think it's really cool. Part of it is the currently unpublished cards. G4G5 will go in, be a deck in there in the new game. France will be included as standard. Some of WM will be included as standard. So it's really cool that people who, the expansion decks are kind of a niche thing, but they won't be with... because they'll come standard. So now, like, instead of me talking about a bunch of cards that nobody has, because you haven't gone out and bought the expansions, all the cards basically that we play with online will be included in the standard version. And we'll probably, so we're going to be giving feedback and input. There are going to be some changes to the cards, so we'll save wood. So we'll be giving some input as well as to how all of that's going down. I'm being really nice to ManTheFence here, considering that I did starting player for him. He's the only person who can build the well right now, and on my next turn I'm going to be able to build the well. So if he doesn't here, I think I will. But if I were him, I would definitely build the well here. I think he also probably never paid for his harvest. Yeah, there we go. He did there. Okay. Yeah, so on my next round, I'm going to be able to build a well for 2 stone and no wood. That's really good. So I'll probably do that. I need to do another wood action before I can build a room anyways. So there's not really any need for me to do it, because even if I do it with my first action, it's very likely that cancer shot beats me to it. So I may as well wait my turn at this point, and so I'll build the well and then play wood. And so if I build the well, that means that's 2 stone. I'm going to need 4 for my 5-room house. That puts me at 6. And then another 2 for my mansion. So that means I will need 8 throughout the course of the game. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I got 6 from my from my stone carver. So that means I'm gonna get 3 more, most likely, from my workaholic. So that means I will have 1 extra stone. So I can, if I want, play, for example, pottery or joinery. And I want to play joinery, right? I forgot about that because of my trees for the citizens. Oh, nice combo here from cancershot. Very simple, caught seasonal worker, but it works. And linking it with occupation is awesome. I really like that. Yeah, good combo play. So it's a nice thing about even if he didn't take all the best occupations available to him, if he plays cards that combo together, you can always just have a nice simple game with what's the wording on salary? No. There are also some text changes. So, for example, whenever is getting replaced with some other words. So I do not need the first action well here because ManTheFence needs to ManTheFence needs to family growth. So I will take 3 wood. Oh, Goblet's in the game. Yeah, I passed Goblet. I bet ManTheFence has Goblet. So me taking the well is doubly good. Yeah, so there are going to be some text changes. So, for example, all the cards that say whenever, now they're going to say, like, immediately after doing X. Oh, I can close this. Yeah, there's going to be some text changes. And also the cards. Like, I think they took a point away from Quarry. So Quarry's now 1 point instead of 2 points. They're taking the point away from, like, Duck Pond, Swan Lake. Yeah, so there's some changes. I'll do a video where I go through them. I actually haven't looked at a lot of the changes to the cards yet, so I don't want to say too much, but I don't know. I think they're trying to make the game... there are a lot of people, apparently, who do, like, deal 10 minus 3, where you deal everyone 10 cards and then they have to discard 3 and play with that, or even who do deal 7 and just play with the 7, and maybe a mulligan rule where if you mulligan you get 1 fewer card the next go round. With drafts with game modes like that, if someone gets Braggart and Field Watchman, well, that's a bad example because they don't combo super well, but well enough. If they get like Braggart Field Watchman, then in a draft format, if you get Braggart Field Watchman in one hand, there's no way you're getting both of them. But if you do any other format, you keep both. So I think they're trying to make all the cards much closer in value. So I don't know. It might be a good change. I think everyone on the site plays. Everyone on this site plays draft, but I don't know. We'll see. I don't want to say too much until I've seen all the changes and um, yeah. And also I've played. I haven't played with. I think I've only played maybe one game with any of the T deck cards, which are going to be some of the other new cards that are going to get published. I don't know. Anyways, I should be focusing on this game. Salary got played. Okay, so you probably aren't familiar with Salary. Not too special. Basically, it lets you exchange one building resource for another whenever you do day labor. So it's good for turning like clay into stone, for example, or clay into reed, that one reed that you need. So yeah, ManTheFence played pottery, so that's too bad. I would have liked it, but I'll take joinery and be perfectly happy. Um, yeah, yeah. I probably really got to make sure I get joinery at this point. Actually, I have with trees for the citizen and mansion. I'm at my optimal number of wood improvements for trees for the citizens. I don't know. Anyways, this game's going really well for me. I'm really happy with it. I got well. I'm gonna grow last, so that kind of sucks. But I mean, there are worse things. Um, I have all my occupations out, which I'm happy with. So the big thing at this point will just be. So actually, probably at this point, I will ignore plowing. Um, I think almost all my actions will be better than 2 points. Um, like even haberdasher, playing haberdasher will give me 2 food and 2 points, thanks to my bookshelf. Taking animals will be more than 2 points because I'll get more than one animal thanks to my pasteurization expert. Um, just to remind you of my cards. Like taking resources for mansion will be way more than 2 points. Well, basically, if you consider mansion gives 2 points per room, and if I have to do an action taking wood, an action taking clay, an action taking reed, an action taking stone, all those actions are going to be worth more than 2 points because I'm going to get more than 8 points from my mansion. So yeah. So I don't have a plow. So unless Harrow comes out, I think there's no reason for me to do plow twice because I will have better stuff to do. And my point ceiling with well, mansion, big house will be more than high enough as it is. All right. So this is interesting. Cancershot has basically bypassed Bigfoot. So that sucks for Bigfoot. Um, my guess will be that he has. Oh, I guess Bigfoot can starting player here. If he has backdoor, actually, if Bigfoot has backdoor, he'll starting player grow this round. So how likely do I think that is? I could starting player, and then he might stable block me. He also might have. He probably has whistle. That's probably why he has 2 sheep right now. No, he has 2 sheep because he needs food. I'll play it simple. Build a room. 5 wood room. And so then at the end of this round, I'll get 2 wood back from my wood gatherers. I guess I said save wood in chat, but I forgot to actually do it according to the game log. I paid a wood and 2 stone. Yeah, which I should not have. Thanks to Boom You Dead in chat for telling me that I paid a wood for the well. So that's awesome. Thanks for letting me know that. Gotta remember. I mean, if I'd forgotten and it was, I mean, it's probably not going to make the difference between winning and losing, but it might. So, I mean, I'm being too distracted. I need to focus on the game more, not just idly chatting. So I have a bit of an interesting dilemma. I might only need 8 clay for the whole game. 5 clay to reno 5 rooms, plus 3 clay for my mansion. Now, I'm gonna get 4 from my workaholic. So that means I could take this 4 clay here, that's on the board now, be done with clay for the rest of the game. Or I could take 3 wood, and I basically just only want to be taking wood for a while. But 4 clay is all the clay I need, so it's kind of nice to be complete there. Now, the other thing to consider is if I want to get joinery, I might have to play it in like round 10, for example. So that's probably going to be before I get any of the animals from my any of the resources from my workaholic. So it'll probably come too late at that point. So in that case, 4 clay is not enough because I want to get the 5 clay that I need to reno and then play a major. So I don't know. I'm not sure what the right move is. He took 3 wood, so I'll take the 4 clay. Because it's all the clay I need for the rest of the game. I guess I could play Workaholic is the other thing. So I'm going to get 2 wood back at the end of this round. That means that I could not block cancer shot if he builds a room in front. Actually, no, he has no way of building a room in front of me. He doesn't have the resources. But he could starting player with his first move with the intention of building rooms. No, but he doesn't have the resources. Yeah, so I can ignore that possibility. So I take 4 clay here. I'm confusing myself. Sorry. Knife feet 4, and I get plus wood gatherers. So I need another wood in order to be able to build a room. I need a ton. Basically, I need a ton more wood. I need 10 and 10 plus 15. Is that right? Yeah. Yeah, I need 10 and 10 plus 15. I guess the other thing is if fencing 15 might not work because I might not hold the type of animals. I probably want to be able to hold 3 breeding pairs. Huh. I don't know. I don't need to overthink it right now. There's still a long way to go. Um, it'll be easier for me to tell once I'm closer to the end what exactly I want to do. So yeah, if you're watching this on Twitch, awesome. This will also be posted to YouTube.com, to the YouTube Play-agricola site. Um, Yeah, I haven't been looking. Sorry, I have not been focusing on the other players at all. Okay, Burger Flipper. Burger Flipper is a cool card because it gives you the possibility of getting animals early. Now, so with this play, I really want to see ManTheFence get a cooking hearth because then cattle are worth 4 food, which is awesome early on. Generally, 1 cattle is enough to eat every harvest for a long time because you get food from miners and from, you know, going on Reedstone food or whatever, like easy stuff. So I'd like to see him do that, or else show us a reason for getting cattle this early. Like, I don't know. I'm not sure exactly what that would be, what that would look like. Um, so my hopes. I don't want to have to starting player with this action. I would like to get 3 wood. So I hope cancershot doesn't take 3 wood, which he probably just did. Yeah, of course he did. I would like to not have to go on starting player for the rest of the game because I have 1, 2, 3 grows and 4 miners. So I guess if I go on starting player here, that's not the worst thing. Going on starting player once is fine. Okay, I can go on it here. Thing is, I would really like to play Trees for the Citizens when I'm ready to do it. So maybe I do take 2 wood and gamble on cancershot, not starting player, and then build a room. I guess if he does build a room, then I can starting player with my second action. 2 wood's not a great action, but I think it's okay here. Yeah. 2 wood's not great, but it's okay here. Thing is, I don't want to play pasture land this early. I was planning on holding on to it until later. I don't want to play Trees for the Citizens this early because I would like to play it after playing Joinery, because then it's free. Yeah, I got a bunch of stuff still that I want to do. So, best case for me, cancershot does not build a room here. If he does, even if he's starting players, I go on build a room myself, and I'm totally happy with that. Even if he doesn't go on build a room here, I go on build a room here. I go on build a room with this action no matter what, unless he builds a room himself, in which case I have to starting player. Oh, but John's War just did. Oh, that might not be very good for me. Well, that's too bad. Very likely that cancershot builds a room here. So that's kind of crappy. But Bigfoot did that so that he can get 2 boar for his forest pasture. Yeah, maybe I should have seen that. Although no one else is going after 2 boar. I think ManTheFence will probably flip his cattle again. Yeah, he'll go on traveling players. He won't go on 2 boar. Oh well. Cancer Shot took SP in round 6, and instead of building well, I could have built a room to grow round 7. Oh, jeez. I did not even notice that. Oh, I'm sorry. That was awful. If that happened. So what? He played Goose Pond? Probably. Starting player Goose Pond? Oh, jeez. I can't. If I did that, that really sucks. Could have grown 2 rounds earlier for no work. Oh, jeez. Instead of taking the well. Now, I would have given the well to ManTheFence, which. But I mean, for growing 2 rounds earlier, it's totally worth it. Oh, if I really did that. Oh, that sucks. I was not paying attention. So rope fences is a cool card. Lets you do 2 reed, turn 2 reed into 6 wood, basically. Yeah, with clay, you're right, Sanswall. You're totally right. With Clay Worker, he wants the pottery, of course. Yeah. What am I thinking? Was not thinking about what my opponents want to do based on their actions and stuff. Oh, Cancer Shot plays Resource Gatherer. Okay, that's awesome. So that means I build a room. Happy, happy me. Costs me 5 wood, and I get 2 wood back at the end of the round. Yeah, you're totally right, Sanswell. He definitely would have wanted pottery. Now, one of the problems with Workaholic is usually you really like to use that 5 wood. Usually the only use for that 5 wood is to build more fences. Like, that's what you want for wood at that stage in the game. Now, so what is really nice is if you have some alternative way of holding animals for your first 5, then you can get the 5 wood from Workaholic, use that defense, and then hold a bunch more animals with your fenced farmyard. Now, I won't be able to do that because I have no way of holding animals. So probably I'll end up fencing twice. So that's a case for where I should have taken Nail Bucket, because Nail Bucket is awesome. Especially if you're going to fence more than once. Nail Bucket is a card. Nail Bucket costs a reed, gives a point, but the big thing is that you can put a stone on a wood accumulation space when you take it to do a build fences action. And that is awesome. Being able to go on 3 wood and immediately fence with that 3 wood in the later stages of the game is awesome. Yeah. Oh, geez, I can't believe I missed that. I was just totally... So that's the problem where I had decided what I wanted to do, and what I wanted to do was take wood and play well. And I didn't even consider the fact that Build a Room was open. Jeez. So I let Cancer Shot, starting player, and then Build a Room with their second action. That's silly of me. So I have to say, Brushwood Collector is actually going to be really nice because I'm going to be able to ignore Reedstone Food all game. Reedstone Food is a great action space early on, but one of the problems with Reed is that usually you don't want very much of it, or you only want one of it at a certain time. Now, Brushwood Collector lets me ignore Reed for the whole game, so I can focus on doing only more efficient wood and clay grabs. Now, 2 wood is not a particularly efficient action, but I mean, it serves its purposes. So on Family Growth next round, round 9, I'll play Apple Garden. And then I'm going to hope that I don't have to starting player grow again in round 10. Yeah. I wouldn't mind if Cancer Shot first action builds next round. That would be fine. But I think with that resource gatherers, oh, maybe he has clay pit, or no, if he has resource gatherer, it's more like he has quarry. Nope, no quarry. Okay. I think that resource gatherer's action was probably a mistake then. Yeah, so if I was Cancer Shot, totally would have built a room with my first or second action. Well, not my second action because I had taken it. Would have definitely taken wood with my first action, or built a room to grow again, because that's huge. Basically, the more you grow, the more you can do in this game. No, because Bigfoot took starting player in round 7. Cancer Shot did take starting player with the first action in round 6. Yep, that's correct. Sorry, I'm responding to chat there. Yeah. So I absolutely could have gotten growth. But the thing is, Cancer Shot's kind of new, and that what they did really impinges, like, one of the things that you kind of learn is it's kind of like a courtesy thing, is you don't mess with the starting player queue, so, or the family growth queue, so especially not for the first growth. So even if even though like for example with Animal Pen, right, I took starting player Animal Pen in round 5. Now if ManTheFence had built room in round 5 and Bigfoot had built room round 4, I wouldn't have gone on starting player. I would have gone on major minor, because if ManTheFence is going to steal first growth from Bigfoot, he has to do it himself. I shouldn't do it for him. That's kind of a I don't know. It's just like a convention. I don't know if you have to do it, and I don't know how much stock it actually holds. Like if other people actively think of that or whatever. I don't know if other people actually like consider anything like along those lines, but I do. And basically, one of the things that I try to do with this game is like one of the sort of unwritten rules is you don't mess with the family growth queue. So what Cancer Shot actually did by starting player is mess with the family growth queue, because what could have happened is if I had built, I would have Cancer Shot would have given me the second growth. Now it's totally within the rules of the game. Absolutely did not do anything wrong. Goose Pond is a fine minor, I guess. But yeah, Cancer Shot shouldn't have done it. I should have punished. I should have absolutely taken advantage of it. And Bigfoot still would have grown round 3 in the next round, because then Bigfoot could have. If Cancer Shot starting players again, then Bigfoot would have to stable block. That would really suck for Bigfoot if Cancer Shot kept going on starting player. Probably would not, although it does have a bunch of minors to play. So, I don't know. Basically, if I was Cancer Shot, I wouldn't have done that starting player move. I would have just built a room. But I mean, it worked out, so I can't say that it was the wrong move. I mean, I didn't go and build a room myself. I should have. I absolutely should have, and I could have, but you know, I don't know. It's kind of a hard thing to say, right? Because I absolutely should have gone on build room myself. But then I'm benefiting even more from Cancer Shot maybe not being the most experienced with the game. Doing fine so far, but I mean, there are definitely a lot of moves that I would have done differently, and I think that Cancer Shot, when they get more experience, will do differently as well. For example, building a 4th room would have been totally would have been the right move for them. I don't know. It's hard to say. So right now I'm considering if I build a 5th room or not. because I have 6 wood. I'm expecting to get more wood from Workaholic. I probably want 50. Oh, excuse me. I want 15 wood for sure. I don't know. Yeah. I don't know. I guess maybe cancershot's worried about feeding, but with Basket Maker's Workshop and the day labor combo that they have, they shouldn't be. Interesting. So we have 2 players already that have built fences that are going to do multiple build fence actions. So you don't see that too often. I guess Bigfoot used his rope fences there. So that's why I did starting player. Yeah. So, things for me to consider. Maybe I don't play joinery. Playing joinery probably means that I can only fence 12 instead of fence 15. So, how important is that to me? I have to consider that. I really I need to get to my 9 animals for my workaholic. That's absolutely gonna be. I mean, 3 stone is not that uncommon for me to pick up. So I guess I don't need to get to 9, but I do need to get to 7 animals. So if I put 3 animals on a space with pasture land, and then my pasteurization expert activates, I'm going to be able to need to hold. I would like to ideally hold all of them, which is 3 breeding pairs. So to hold 3 breeding pairs, I'm going to need 3 spaces with at least 2 in them. So that means like fencing 12, but in a very small area. Would leave 5 extra spaces uncovered, but give me 3 extra, but let me hold more types of animals, which is also points. I don't know. I want to use fences to cover up all my farmyards so that I can ignore the plow action. Because I think that would be kind of neat if I could do that. Now the other thing I could consider is I do have Haberdasher, so I could play Haberdasher, plow, and then go on sow grain and play a miner. So I do have 1 extra miner that I want to play. I was planning on playing it with Reno. So I have 2 more family growth actions left, so I'll play 2 of Mansion, Trees for the Citizens, and Pastureland. But I could, I was thinking that I would play Reno to Clay, take Joinery, Reno to Stone, take play Trees for the Citizens. Alternatively, I could want to do Reno Fence maybe, like if I did Reno Fence around 14. Thing is, if I do Reno Fence around 14, then I'm not getting very good value out of my Workaholic or my Wood Gatherers, because I'm going to get some. I guess getting wood back at the end of the game is fine because it's a point on my Joinery. I don't know. We'll see how the game goes. I'm going to keep taking wood whenever possible. Do I family growth here? Yeah, I do. Yeah, I think there's no. Wanting to be the last person to use family growth is not a good enough reason for me to delay it here. So I'm going to play Pastureland. H. So what will be really cool is if I can use Pastureland in a way that only I can get the animals. I really like when I do that. I think there's 2 random food on the board, which I'm getting rid of. So one thing that I think it would be is really cool is, yeah, use actions that aren't available to anyone else. Those normally are the Reno actions as well as the build fences actions late in the game. So yeah, if I could do that, load up build fences and then do fence action myself. So definitely I want to play pasteurization expert, and I want to play because I want to play pasteurization expert so that I get my next, so that I can take the sheep in round 11 and get an extra sheep. But that means I need to fence before then. So does that mean I need to play pasteurization expert and then fence? But then my workaholic needs to be out before I have any animals on my board. So in that case, I think I need to play workaholic here, and then my second action can maybe be fence 6, and then get 2 sheep. Yeah, maybe that'll work. Or should I fence more? Fence 7. So if I'm gonna get sorry. Um, uh, okay, sorry about that. Just helping out cancershot. A little confused about how that's working. Yeah, I'm gonna play workaholic here and get 1 food thanks to my bookmark or my bookshelf. Yeah, so I think kind of what I'm looking at doing is putting animals on Reno Major, and then hopefully my best case scenario is I can hold it off for 2 rounds, so I can get sheep and boar. Um, because if I can get sheep and boar, then that'll trigger my pasteurization expert twice. Then I get 5 wood, which I can use to build my 5th room as well as... no, but it doesn't work with Reno. The thing is, I want to get the animals right. Bigfoot's able to Reno now, so I'm not going to put my animals on Reno. Well, I'll put them on. I'll put them on build room. Yeah, that's fine. No one is gonna. I mean, it's possible that someone builds a stable just to get a free sheep, but when there are 2 sheep available, Cancer didn't take Ock. I think he did because he played crop rotator. So hopefully we'll see. Yeah, cancer shot. Come on. think they did. But we'll see. So I probably want to build fences here. Okay, so right now, Bigfoot can build fences. ManTheFence can build fences, but no one can build rooms except for Bigfoot and ManTheFence, who could build one stable. Will they take a sheep to build one stable? I think probably not. Yeah, so maybe stayed away from some of the unprinted cards just because not very familiar with them, especially not familiar with Rotator. But I mean, there are a ton of cards, so even if you're not familiar with it's totally understandable to be unfamiliar with a card. There you go. There you go. So I can't fence here. I cannot. I should say think. So I can't build fences here because fence action is taken. I could build a room. Now, I kind of like holding my build room action for unblockable. Oh, but family growth is available again. Oh, of course, because ManTheFence did... since ManTheFence did growth, did backdoor. Oh, I have control of the family growth action space. Okay, so yeah, absolutely, I build a room here. And then I start putting my animals on... and then I start putting my animals on family growth. That works. That totally works. Awesome. Yeah. This is really a ridiculous game for me. I'm getting to do everything that I want to, which is kind of nuts. But, I mean, it's really... I do have this quite planned out. So my hope is that I can take wood next round and then fence, and then in round 12 take a bunch of animals, which will give me more wood and clay to finish my fencing, and then the clay will allow me to reno and get joinery, and then I will reno again and play Trees for the Citizens, and I'm going to save for the end of the game playing Mansion. That does mean I need to take a 2-read action at some point. So it could even be, I could even consider it 3. I could have taken read already actually, and then paid read instead of wood for that last room. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Anyways, so yeah, so I'm gonna start putting my animals on family growth. So I will take 2 wood, and then is fencing 6 good enough? Because if I take 2 wood, I will then have enough wood to fence 6 spaces with my wood carver saving me 1. It's probably not good enough. Because probably what I really want is 7 so that I can get 2 sheep and 2 boar in round 12. Yeah. So I think either way, I take 2 wood here. Ideally, I would get a second 2 wood action. So I think my ideal this round is 2 wood, fence, pasteurization expert. That would be the sequence. Yeah. Right, I had forgotten about backdoor. I should have assumed that ManTheFence had back. Since Bigfoot didn't play backdoor, I could be fairly certain that ManTheFence had it. Oh, milking stool. That's why. So I have not been updating you guys on these other people things at all. Part of the reason for that is because I know that if this game goes the way I need to, I'm gonna win. Just because my point ceiling is gonna be so ridiculous. Because my actions are extremely efficient. 5 stone rooms, mansion, well, joinery, all that stuff. It's just crazy. Um, Milking stool with burger flipper is a nice little combo. Cool. So yeah, so my plan is I'm gonna put all the animals on family growth and then get all of them from family growth. So 2 woods available. Is it likely that someone's gonna take 2 wood? Probably not, but I think I take it anyways, just in case. The other nice thing is I'm getting maximum value out of my wood gatherers this way. So I've already gotten 6 wood from it. Now when I fence, if I fence twice more, I'm gonna get another 4 wood, and then I'm gonna get another 2 from my. Actually, I might not get it when I play mansion because mansion's only gonna cost me 2 wood. I don't know. Actually, I should look at that. Does wood gatherer say pay for? Yeah, spend 4 or more. So if I can't do 3 and then save the 4th with my wood carver. Not that that works with that other guy anyways. Yeah, 2 lost actions for it though. I think it's going to be okay though because I'm going to get my fences and then I'm going to combo it with my pasteurization expert, which is going to be awesome. So my next action is pasteurization expert. Oh, storyteller, okay. I should still get on the spot though. So at this point, it's looking like I will have enough actions in round 12, 13, and 14 to plow twice. So I will plan on doing that. So that's cool. It's another 4 points that I wasn't counting on. So it's cool. I've played Apple Garden, so I will continue to ignore the grain spot. Other nice thing about Haberdasher is Haberdasher will make my end of the game mansion play more reliable because it'll give me another action that I can play it on. I could play it on mansion or starting player mansion or major minor mansion or maybe Reno mansion if that's still available at that point. We'll see. So it's unlikely that cancershot plays an occupation here. It doesn't really have the food to support it, so I wonder if cancershot took a food when he I think I'll be able to pull it off. Looking up. Did you get a food? Yeah, Reno to clay is the big one. Renoing to stone should be fine. It'll be the renoing to clay. Here I will play pasteurization expert and get 1 food. Not a wood. Get a food. I should put my workaholic stuff on the board just to be polite. I forgot to do that earlier. And then I get an a sheep, and a boar. So yeah, so next round I'll plan on doing family growth and getting 2 sheep and 2 boar. And Actually, I could take sheep next round and then get boar, sheep, clay in round 13 or round 14 even. I could put it off all the way till then. I don't know. In any case, for sure what I do here is I reno or a fence 7 and I save 1 wood and get 2 wood from my thing. Fence 7, save wood plus wood gatherers. And then I feed 8. Boar on FG. Yeah, so one of the nice things is that whenever you take a bunch of stuff at once, I can choose the order. So that means that as long as I take sheep in this round, when I do go on family growth, I can choose the order of the boar, sheep, and cattle. Choose the order the boar, sheep, and cattle come in. So that'll be really handy. No, not that one. With room, not without. I wasn't clear about that. But I think it's pretty obvious what I'm trying to do, which is build up the family growth action space. I have no reason to put it on family growth without room. So I think that that's fair for me to do that. Here, it's fixed now. So I could take 3 wood. I do need more wood. Or I can take sheep here. And I think taking sheep is the better play because I get an extra sheep with my pasteurization expert. Plus H. So I got an extra sheep with my pasteurization expert. So I'm going to need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 more wood. With wood carver, I need 7 more wood. So if I can hold even just one more animal, taking one more animal is the equivalent of me taking 5 wood. So even if I take a boar and hold it in my house, or take a boar and let a sheep run away, I'm still gonna have get my 5 wood. So then I can finish up my fencing, and then I can family growth, get my last sheep and cattle, which will give me the clay and the stone needed. So there are a couple key things for me here. I need to get Reno in round 13. I need to. And then I need to get a Reno action in round 14. So the Reno action in round 14 won't be that hard, actually. Part of the problem is, though, that cancershot is wanting to Reno and Bigfoot is wanting to Reno. So the other thing I could do here is, okay, so let me think about this. If I took boar with this action, or if I did the 1 boar space, I could even go on family growth here. Jeez. So I want to get the 5 wood from Workaholic and then fence it before I go on family growth, ideally. So if I go on the 1 boar space, then I will get 5 wood. That 5 wood I use to fence with my second action. So I have 3 actions left. First one, take boar, get 5 wood. Actually, I could take cattle as well. I don't need to take boar here. I could take cattle. I take cattle. Second action, fence. Finish up my fencing. And then my final action would be I would still not have the stuff I needed to reno next round. That's a problem because I need to get to a clay house. So my alternative is I could, starting player here, I could take the resources I need to get to clay here, which is take 4 clay. So my alternative is I take 4 clay, I reno, and then my last action would be to take 1 animal. And then next round I fence. Now that might be more reliable. Now cancershot did just take a bunch of stone, but he has no reason to rush his actions. Okay. Okay, I think I need to do this. I need to take 4 clay. So I take 4 clay, and then I can reno joinery. And that lets me starting player trees for the citizens in round 13. Okay. Yeah, that works. So that means that screw up. If I was able to get my 4 clay from my workaholic, I would be able to probably be able to plow twice. But the fact that I'm not going to be able to do that means I've lost out on 4 points. But that's good because Bigfoot just renoed. So awesome. That's good for me. I really want to get reno in round 13 now because then I'm almost guaranteed one of the renos in round 14. Because although I guess Bigfoot could consider going to stone. There is 3 stone available. I guess ManTheFence might also want to go to stone, and cancershot might want to go to stone. So I probably need to reno first action next round, but that means that I miss out on starting player. Well, okay, if no one can reno, then I reno. Oh, I might be screwed. Might be screwed on the reno actions. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Yeah, so my next 2 moves are going to be what they were before, which is take cattle and then fence a whole bunch. This is getting tense. So I can take cattle or I can take boar. I don't think it really matters. I'll take cattle because cattle's more valuable, I guess. Yes, I'm also not going to be able to hold all my animals, which sucks. Although I guess I could, instead of fencing the 6 tiles, I could fence the 4 and an extra. It loses me 1 point here, but I probably gain that point back on being able to hold more types of animals. So if that's the case, then that would be kind of cool. Okay, so I take... And then I'm going to do 1, 2, 3. This is so ugly because it's going to leave 4 unused spaces. So I had 7, so this should be 8. 1, 2, 3, 6, 8. Yeah, so I save 1 and then get 2 back. Yeah, but I guess the alternative is I fence like over here, which gives me 1 extra point from my fencing because I cover an extra 2 extra farmyard spaces, but lose a point off the fence score. However, it probably is going to mean that I can hold more total animals, because otherwise I will be constricted to only having more than like 4, 3, 2 will kind of be. Yeah, I think this is the better way because I can hold more animals this way. Basically, that's what it comes down to. Hold more animals. So next round, hopefully my first action can be Reno joinery. My second action, starting player. My third action, I don't know, haberdasher maybe. And then my fourth action, family growth. All right, that's looking okay. Haven't thought about feeding at all in the final round as well. I'll probably have to do an action where I just take food. That's okay, it's not such a big deal. Cattle on FG. So I was really confident earlier. I'm much less so now. Bigfoot's having a nice game. Bigfoot's a really strong player, so I shouldn't be surprised. He's a very good player. Unfortunately, I might have put everything off a little too late. Getting the Reno to clay, like if I only had the Reno to stone here, I would be on easy street. But since I have to do both, cattle shot, cancer shot, plows. So he's able to Reno. Now if I Reno, he probably starting players. I need to get 2 read as well, which I can get from 2 read or day labor. Okay, so I'm able to get read from day labor, so I'm okay with that. So there are 2 ways I can go here. I can starting player with this action. That means, of course, that I'm hoping Reno comes back around, because if I starting player and then cancer shot Reno second actions, I'll be upset. But if I Reno here and ManTheFence starting players and ManTheFence and cancer shot Reno, I think I'm going to go here, because here I can get joinery first. So I go to clay. Oh, whoops, not 3 wood. Plus 3 clay, and then I pay 2 wood for the joinery. Save wood on reed with brush. 2 wood for joinery. I get 2 food here. I need to go on haberdasher. So my action will. The game's basically dead. It means I don't get mansion out. That's annoying. Well, yeah, that's the way it goes. I put this off too late. Is he hungry? I guess he might be hungry. He doesn't have a way to eat anything yet. So could I starve him? Would that work? He has 4 people. He doesn't have a way to bake grain. He is going to get free food from his milking station. Another. Good. Oh, my mic is not doing well. Test, test, test. Sorry about that. Yeah, I probably did not pay my stone for joinery. Thanks for the reminder. Lots of static. Okay. Let me try to listen to it myself. Better? Okay. Is it totally better or just a little bit better? Well, I'll keep the dream alive and take 2 read here. Oh, right. You're right. Yeah, it won't matter, but yeah, you're right. 1 stone with stone cutter. Oh, it will matter, actually. You're right. Right, because I planned this out. Because I will need 2 plus 4, which is 6. Yeah. So I get 1 more and then another 3. This is tense. This is really tense. Totally better. Excellent. Okay, good. The cable on this headset is frayed, but the mic still works. The earphones don't work at all. So, oh. No, I'm not gonna let Bigfoot Reno, because I'm gonna go on Reedstone Food. No, there's no way I can let. Oh, actually, I guess only ManTheFence or Bigfoot. Only one of them can get Reed with this next action. If only one of them can get Reed, and I rely on cancershot. Although he's going to go on ManTheFence, because ManTheFence is going to be better for him. Like, Reno Imp will probably only be 4 points. Which is the exact same as ManTheFence. I don't know. If I take Reed here, I lock them both out and guarantee my Reno in the next round. Okay. This is a mistake if either of them have a way to get Reed from some other method. But I don't see one. So this action guarantees that I get my Reno in the next round. Woohoo! I'm happy. So my last action has to be family growth. And ooh, so that means my mansion might be in danger. Is my mansion in danger? No, I can't play mansion with this next action, but it means I would have to. I guess if I first action Reno mansion, then it doesn't matter. Okay, that's cool. That would work. Oh, Bigfoot, of course. Bigfoot has overachiever. Right, I forgot about that. So overachiever lets him save a stone. Okay, good for him. So yeah, my last action will be to family growth and take a whole crap load of stuff. So actually that extra clay grab will end up being fine, I think, because it'll mean that I can get fireplace. If I want to play it risky, I'll reno fireplace and then do I guess it won't be risky, but then do start to play minor. They know. Yeah. Let me think about this. Do I really need another wood action? And Sansol is telling me I need another wood action. That's, I guess he's right. I'm one wood short. Yeah. So I could do fireplace, but yeah, exactly. It hurts my mansion. The alternative is I don't family growth here. I take wood. Then I reno play fireplace next round. And then I save the family growth mansion action for the absolute last action of the game. Problem is, I need the stone. No, I don't, because I'm going to pick up a stone at the start of next round. So actually, that Reedstone food action is going to end up being good, because I'll pass on growing here, and then I will reno major first action. Yeah, that'll work. I'll reno play fireplace. So here I take wood. I take 3 wood or 2 wood. And then next round, I reno. Yeah, that'll work. Okay. Cool. And I'm able to afford 1 time eating wood if I get 3 wood, which I do. Okay, this works. So I do 7 food, or 6 food. Oh, whoops. Minus. There we go. Yeah, so now what I'm going to be able to do is I pick up my 4th stone, with which stone cutter lets me reno. Yeah. So my actions are going to be reno fireplace, family growth, hopefully play trees for the citizens for 4 points. And then I would have 1 extra action to probably take food with. Oh, jeez. Okay, so I think I got lucky. If this works out, I got really lucky. I can admit that. Because these guys did not pursue. I think probably the big mistake is ManTheFence not getting another read. I'm not really sure why. Yeah, exactly. Yep. So yeah, trees. So I do family growth with mansion. Yeah, this has actually been a team effort. I probably would have spaced out on needing to take wood again. Thank you, Sanswell. Thank you to Boomy Dead. This really is helping me a lot, and hopefully, in extension, helping everyone watching because you get to see a better executed play than my total fail of a game. Although it has been a bit of a fail. Yeah. I bet ManTheFence missed that I can Reno here, so he didn't think that Reed was that important to get. But I think it's going to mean that he misses out. What's cancershot doing? He might be taking... no, 2 cattle's not worth anything to him. He should be Reno fencing, I guess. I don't know. If you Reno fence, you have a chance of getting 2 cattle or 2 sheep, neither of which are that strong for him. Yeah, I don't know what he's doing. We'll see. Reno fence 4, awesome. So I do Reno and save a wood, stone, and then I play fireplace, which gives me a bunch of food. Save wood for Reed, save S, pick up 4th S from cart. So my next dream is major, minor, or starting player because it'll get me trees for the citizens. Yeah, you're right. Never mind. Pay Reed, sorry. Yeah, Sanswell, you're absolutely right. So I can pay a Reed and get and have my wood to save later, which I can then eat with my joinery. Yep, you're right. Yeah, Sensewell, you're absolutely right. Thank you so much to you guys helping me out. I have not been... Well, I'll blame it on being rusty, put it that way. I haven't played that much recently. Mostly it's me being distracted, talking about other stuff, which I should not be doing. So I am going to get an improvement here no matter what. So the improvement, I'll go on improvement and play trees for the citizens, which will be free because I played joinery. And then my second last action will probably just be a 1-point action of taking food somewhere. Whether it's from traveling players or from boar or 1-point wood action. Thinks I should have 3 food left. Did I do that wrong? The end of last game, how much food did I remove? I removed 9, but then I added 3 wood. You know what? I've screwed up too many times. I'm not going to go back on that. Here I go on major minor and play trees for the citizens, which is free. And then my next action will be a food action or 3 wood. And then my final action will be family growth. Get a bunch of animals. And then I use the animals to get my last workaholic goods, which I then use to play Guy Mansion. This has been stressful. I'm so tense right now. Yeah, I think you're right, Chad, about me. I should have one extra food, but I've gone back and altered too many times. I need to... Well, really, I should be being just, like, more on the ball. That stone did totally matter. I think I talked about a stone not mattering and a wood not mattering earlier. Those things totally have mattered. Quite a bit, actually. Yeah, because I'm going to get to a threshold in each of my animals, except maybe for sheep, because I'll probably end up eating a bunch of sheep. Oh, I could haberdasher here, of course. That was what I planned on doing, is because taking a grain will be 2 points, and haberdasher will also give me 2 food. Okay, I forgot about that. Good thing I just looked at my hand. Oh, jeez. I'm not on the ball this evening. Okay, yellow just went on build stable. Okay, or cancer shot. Oh, he's got it backwards. Okay, family growth is still safe. That means I can do this, which is play haberdasher, announce, get a grain, 2 food. So I'm going to have a bunch of bonus points. 2 points from my apple garden, 4 points from my trees for the citizens. Well, 3 technically from my trees for the citizens, and then 10 from my mansion. So 15 plus 1 extra because the trees for the citizens points won't count on the scorecard. So I'm going to have 16 extra from whatever my final score is. Now, I am missing out on crop points, but I will have a decent amount of animal points. I'm missing out on vegetable. Big thing is that I have that really ugly unused spaces. So that's an issue, which I wish I could have dealt with better. Like if I'd fenced 12, that would have been, excuse me, fencing 12 would have been a lot better, or fencing 15 on the big pasture would have been 1 extra point, and then I could just eat 2 of the boar that are incoming. But I didn't know that I was going to do a 4 sheep action in round, or 3 sheep action in round 12. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. Maybe I didn't win. I haven't looked at the other people's scores, but especially considering Bigfoot didn't fill his farm, I like my chances. It's possible he plays layabout with his last action. Actually, I don't know if you can play layabout with Because are you in the harvest already with farm school graduate? I'd have to check the wording. So yeah, for a first pick brushwood collector, this game's turned out better than I thought. Workaholic's a great card. I think I got that with my third pick, so very happy about that. The woodcutter, wood gatherers has been some decent support for building lots of wood rooms. So yeah. So let's think about what I've gotten. So wood gatherer gave me 10 wood. Wood carver's been like 10 wood. Probably more, actually. I've probably used it more often than once per round. Or I can only use it as often as once per round, but I've probably used it in more than 10 rounds. Yeah, there haven't been that many times where I've had to say no, I can't save here because I've done it before. So yeah, it's been more than 10. So here, so I take 2 boar, and I take 2 sheep, I take 2 cattle, and then plus 4C plus 3 stone, and then I play mansion. And there we go. So then I need to eat some stuff. So 4 food, wood, and then I guess I can eat a cattle. I have to eat something, so 4 food, wood, A. So I don't get an extra cattle, but I get an extra sheep, which, can I hold that? I should think about that. 4, 6, actually, no, I can't hold, need to eat 2H instead. That's fine. Either way, it's a point. It's me eating a point, and I get an extra boar. So I get 2 from Apple Garden, and I get 1, 2, 3, 4 from my Trees for the Citizens, and then I get 10 from that. Oh, Chief, nice for Bigfoot. Yeah. Oh, I can't believe I pulled it off. Sensible is absolutely right. This was lucky. I totally benefited from ManTheFence not taking read with that one action. I benefited. I made lots of mistakes, but also benefited from some of your guys' play. Getting two of the last three renos was very fortunate. $57 final here, GG. So cancershot has, so I have 57, ManTheFence has 46, 57, 46, 47, and what does cancershot have? He said it in chat. Set S chat on. I'm looking up too high. 44. $47, $44. $57, $46, $47, $40. GG, guys. So yeah, that was lucky. Hey, you know, you don't always get to do all the stuff that I did. To be fair, me getting 2 extra actions from growing 2 or 3 rounds earlier will make a big difference. Yeah, it was really slow, that game. Yeah, that last family growth move was awesome. I like that. I think people should consider doing it more often, especially with a card like Pastureland, where getting one of each type of animal early is not always as good as getting it late. Like early on, usually you don't have room for the animals, so if you can hold off on getting those animals until you can actually hold them, which is what I did, that is pretty cool. Yeah, it's a pretty cool game. So I let's see what. So things that, like, I mean, obviously I was unhappy with getting Brushwood Collector first, but I got Mansion. Mansion was awesome for me. I got Bookshelf. Bookshelf was awesome. Animal Pen is awesome. Honestly, getting Mansion, Animal Pen, and Bookshelf were huge. Those were absolutely huge for my game. Workaholic gave me a bunch of wood. Wood Collector gave me a bunch of wood. Wood Carver gave me a bunch of wood. So yeah, I benefited from there being a bunch more extra wood in the game, and from the fact that all these other guys only built 3 wood rooms. You know, for example, if cancershot had chosen to build a 4th wood room, which I probably would have in his situation, you would have gotten some extra points. But yeah, the cool thing about Mansion is that you can go all in on houses and improvements. So because Mansion is taking the resources for Mansion are 2 points or better if you have 4 rooms or more. You can ignore some of the busy stuff like plowing. Now, if I'd gotten a plow and had somehow, I don't know how I would have done this, but I had somehow managed to get 3 extra wood, and I had been able to do 1 plow action for 2 or 3 fields, you know, it would have come at the cost of something else, like probably Haberdasher, for example, or some other move. I don't know what exactly it would have been, but yeah. So that's the cool thing about Mansion is that Mansions it says it's okay to have negative points. So like a card like Yeoman Farmer would have been just as good for me as Haberdasher. I would have been better than Haberdasher actually because it would have been 3 points instead of two. Um, yeah, I got lucky. I definitely got lucky with being able to do the family growth, adding piling animals with pastureland on family growth. That was lucky. I got really lucky getting two of the last three renovation actions. If people weren't really paying, if people were, focused on family on renovating more, then that would have taken me out of it. I don't know if Man the Fence maybe didn't think I was a threat. I know, like they said, I did 20 points with my final move. Even without Mansion, I still hit 47, like it was a 10-point play. Yeah, that was a fun game. I played a little slow. I'll probably try to play faster for future vids, but I have to admit I haven't been playing hardly any Agricola recently, so I was definitely rusty. I appreciate the help. Normally I can commentate and keep playing and it doesn't impact me too much, but I missed out on my stone cutter and my wood carver way too many times. I absolutely should not have done that, so sorry for that. But thanks all for your patience. Thanks especially to Sanswell and Boomy Dead for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Um, yeah, and the other thing is because my attention was divided, I wasn't as good at predicting the other players' actions. Like ManTheFence definitely wanted pottery because he had clay worker, so of course he wants pottery. So it was really silly of me to do that. Anyways, I'm going to give Sanswell a host. Thanks for checking it out. I'll be uploading this to YouTube. Thanks for everyone for watching. I'll see you guys later. Thanks.